A year ago I was still travelling in and out of London, hating my job, and a year later I've got my own business which I can look at the figures and know it's a healthy business that will keep going for the future.
It's good. It's good. Running your own business is really, really good.
I really enjoy it. It's something I wish I'd done before. Running your own business is definitely better than working for somebody else.
There is no better feeling for working for yourself and the fact that every phone call, every piece of work you do is to your benefit. So no, I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
It's hard because you have to put in the hours, but it's then rewarding. It takes time to build up, but then it happens.
Complete change in the way that you live your life. Every day is yours to decide how am I going to move the business forward, and I've loved it, absolutely loved it.
You know, and I researched Pink Connect and was totally caught up in the idea.
One of the things that I tend to do when I'm looking into companies is Google the company name and then add complaints after it. And with Pink Connect there were no complaints.
If you want to find out anything bad about a company, just research in Google. Couldn't find anything at all. No bad press at all about Pink Connect.
It's fantastically exciting. There is no doubt the proposition works. I'm having no problem in trying to generate interest and leads, particularly in the current financial climate is at the moment.
It strikes me that a company like Pink Connect can actually ease the pain for other businesses.
I had a small three-man plumbing organisation I went to see 2 weeks ago, did analysis on their phone bill, and I can save them over £2,000 a year. That's enormous amounts for an organisation like that.
Pink Connect seem to be totally committed to making my business a success. I get tremendous support from the guys here, and I know that they will go the extra mile in supporting the customers as well.
The support from Pink Connect is absolutely fantastic. It's far better than any company I've worked for, even much bigger companies. When customers call, when I've sold them something and I tell them that they're going to get a really good service, they kind of say, well, yeah, we've heard it all before. But actually the first time that they test that out and ring the Pink Connect help desk, what they find is that the call is answered very quickly. They talk to someone who knows what they're talking about straight away, and their problems are resolved.
And the training's fantastic, because my background was banking. I was banking for 10 years, so I was travelling in and out of the city and not sales at all. I was in the middle and back office doing investment management, that sort of thing. So while I had the skills to run my own business, I wasn't necessarily super confident about going out and selling. So the 1 week course, there's a few bits that are a little bit nerve-wracking, you're doing role play and all that sort of stuff that everybody squirms about, but it gives you the confidence to then the next week actually go out and start selling.
The initial training was fantastic, and that sort of really enthused me at the time. And I thought, yeah, this is great, I can do this, because it's a new step for me. I mean, I've never been into sales. I've been an engineer for 30 years. And I thought, yeah, this is fantastic. I was really enthusiastic.
You mentioned the word franchise to people and people sort of squirm and think, oh gosh, franchises. And I can understand why, because there's so many out there that will say, okay, you've got 6 months and after 6 months we want £500 a month from you. Doesn't matter how much business you're doing, we're taking 500 quid. Now that means you've got to be generating that amount of money after 6 months, otherwise your business is screwed. And then, so the way that Pink Connect does it is it's a percentage of your turnover. So they're only going to make the money if you're making the money. Now, that to me straight away tells me that they're in it for the long haul and are wanting to support their franchisees.
They're there when you want to pick up the phone. There's some very, very good, technically astute people within the organisation. James is very entrepreneurial, very supportive. He's been there and done it himself and built a business. So he's got a real deep understanding of not just the technical stuff, but also from how you position it as a customer.
But also the residual income. I mean, when you start looking at the figures, every individual customer isn't worth an absolute fortune. But as long as you treat that customer well and you maintain that relationship, you build up, you don't need a huge number of customers before you're generating a very healthy income, and all you need to be doing to maintain that income is making sure your customers are happy.
So for me, residual income out of that business is absolutely what I'm looking for. So I don't want to go out and sell one product today and earn some commission and another product tomorrow. That's fine, but the residual income from the telephony, from the power side of the business, building my business over the next 3 to 5 years so it has a value and a constant income for me is what I'm looking to achieve.
The residual income just keeps on going and going and going, so you can hopefully get to the point in 5 years where you can think about employing somebody just to keep your customers happy, and then you can go on to your next project or go and line a beach.
It's definitely been a really good decision to invest in this franchise. I've really enjoyed it, but it's also something that I feel I can build over the coming years into a really viable business and something that's mine.
There's no doubt in my mind whatsoever that this is going to be the business that I'm going to be involved with for many years to come ahead.